Okay guys, a lot of important information in this video. I hope you watch it all the way through so you do not miss anything. If you've been following me guys, I've told you that this was going to be support. I'm going to show you why I think this is potentially a temporary bottom. Again, temporary bottom, but I'm going to show you why we could have a lot of upside. I'm going to show you how far we could potentially push up. I'm going to give you key support and resistance levels, and I'm going to give you the exact day to pay attention for the next move, just like I gave you this point here and this point here. Well, this next ring's coming up, so this is the next point to watch for a big move. But again, I'm explaining why I think it's possible we could have some upside from this point. Guys, if you do not like this content, make sure you do not leave a like, and if you do not want to be notified and have future videos, make sure you do not subscribe. So guys, I'm going to cover all of this. Somebody just signed up yesterday. I thought this was pretty nice. $721 yesterday, $911 today. I'm a member for life now. These calls paid for my membership, hella worth it. So this is someone that just signed up the other day and made almost $2,000. So if you play the charts, you follow my calls, you practice risk management, you can make some money with these charts. Guys, if you want to get into leverage trading, my link is pinned down in the first comment. It's in the description for BitGet. If you want to sign up, I have a tutorial video where I show how to get one of my charts into BitGet to trade and how to set up a long and a short as well as a stop loss to protect yourself. I'll put a link up to this video now if you want to check it out. If you want to access these charts, guys, website's opticalartcrypto.com. The link will be pinned to the first comment. $49 a month gives you access to the Bitcoin charts, Discord, and Twitter. Just email me after you sign up, and I will give you access. So if you watched the previous video, guys, I've been covering this for weeks. I'll put a link at this video now if you want to check it out. I was talking about this would be the support level, and yes, I did not share that with everybody on YouTube. I promised my charge subscribers this was only for them. But going forward, I will share all the targets, including this one, which I do believe we'll be testing it at some point. But this is my next downside target too long. But I do think it's potentially, this is a temporary bottom, and I'll show you why this is the case. But again, this is where I told you to pay attention. We got a drop. This is when the Fed chair gave a speech. And this is that next ring we crossed. I said watch for potential dump. We came down and we held support. And this is that next ring I'm going to give you that day for that possible move. So this chart, guys, so the reason why I think that this could be a potential temporary bottom. Now understand, if you're just trading support and resistance levels, like potentially you come down and you hit support, well, you could get a bounce there, but you don't know if it's got some juice to go further up. Well, that's where rings come into play. I know some of you see Fib circles and you're like, this is really strange stuff. Well, Fib circles help you predict moves, potentially when you could have a move to the upside or the downside. That's what I call a pivot ring, right here and right here. This ring right here was a potential prediction for a temporary bottom, and I'm going to show you why this is the case. This ties into the Dow Jones and the DXY as well. So this ring, for some reason, indicates a significant move. If you'll notice, and this support level here at 18,629, that is this same. This is the P1 chart. This is if Bitcoin starts crashing, load up the P1 chart, because this, again, this is where I think the bottom will be when we hit this point. But I just want to show you the reason I think it's a potential bottom. This Fib circle is the same Fib circle I just showed you on the M1 chart, this orange ring here that's locked. Let me unlock it here. So this Fib circle right here is that same Fib circle right here, this orange one. But you'll notice we caught a bounce here, right? This is one ring up from this ring. This was reversal. We hit it and we pushed up. So I think the same thing could play out. Now I'm going to give you your upside targets, how far we can go up. I've got a few targets. You know, we just need to pay attention to each target one at a time. But if you'll notice, we found support here. At the same time, let's see here, the Dow Jones also found support. So pay attention to the indices. If the Dow holds at 31,029, this is a key support level. As long as it holds and continues up, well, your next point to possibly get rejected is right here at around. Hold on, let me make this red. Red means short, green means long, guys. So potentially 31,993 is your next upside target. So we could have some upside for Bitcoin. We're holding support. Again, indices up, indices down, Bitcoin down. So if the indices continue up, on top of that, the DXY is at resistance. Now I just took this trend line. You can see this was support, support. We broke it. It was resistance, 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 and we're testing this resistance now. So because we're at resistance, remember the Bitcoin's inversely correlated with the DXY. So if we get rejected here and the DXY starts coming down, that's going to push the price of Bitcoin up. You have the Dow at support, right? So potentially, since we're at support, this means the Dow could have some upside, the Nasdaq, the S&P. So if the dollar's coming down, the indices are pushing up, guys, that's bullish for Bitcoin. And that happened right when we happened to make contact with this ring. That's why I think we could have some upside. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that if we push up, the first point to watch for resistance is going to be 19,660. That's your next critical resistance level above. Previous support, right? Support will flip as resistance. So this is the first target to watch. Now, if you get above that, the next point to watch is going to be the guideline, the one we short every time we hit it. So if it's up and sideways, the guideline's sitting around 21,180. If it's out here where this ring's at, this is around 20,918. This, I would love for us to push that high, because I would go into a heavy ass short at this point. Do we make it that high? Well, we'll have to see. As far as this point for the next move, well, this is a ring. It depends when you make contact. If we just move sideways, we'd make contact with this ring in what looks like 4 to 5 days. We would cross it in 5 to 6 days. If we push up, well, we're talking about potentially contact in 5 days, cross in 6 days. So basically look for the next big move for Bitcoin in about 5 to 6 days. Again, if Bitcoin pushes up, it takes longer to hit this ring. I'm not saying that when we cross this ring we have to dump. We can see that's what happened previously, right? We crossed it here, we had a dump. Right? If I can move this damn thing. We crossed it here, we had a dump. We crossed it here, we had a dump. So that, does it mean when we cross it, maybe we do something like this? We push up, we cross it, we get another dump? Sure. A number of things could play out. We could ride up the ring. We could just move sideways and cross the ring and then dump. But guys, the point is you have a point to watch for a move. And that is, if we go sideways at September 12th, out here is around September 13th. So we'll officially have crossed this ring on the 12th of the 13th of September. So pay attention to those dates. But again, I explained why I think it's possible that this is a bottom to push up. And these are your most critical resistance levels to watch. Now I'm going to give you support resistance levels on other charts as well. So the P1 chart, let me zoom in on this one. So this is a very important chart as well. This is a resistance level that you need to pay attention to. If we do push up, this is the same ring on the M1 chart. So one resistance level to watch. And remember, this is an angle. It depends when you make contact. If we shot straight up today, right at 20,000 is going to be very strong resistance. Right here is around 19,725. And what you should do is, if you have access to the charts, compare support and resistance levels across charts. And if you see matching targets on different charts, then that's likely a point you'd want to put in a short. But I just want to show you this is a very key resistance level on the P1 chart. All right, we covered the Dow Jones and the DXY. By the way, this is another chart for the DXY. You can see the DXY is coming down and Bitcoin's pushing up. Your next key support level to watch is 109 for the DXY. Your current resistance right now is 110, but remember, this is a larger structure we could get rejected from, which could be bullish for Bitcoin. Currently, you see the Dow Jones, it was up 250 points, now it's up 190. Pay attention to the indices, guys. You see the indices like negative 300, Bitcoin's going to come down. You see the indices up plus 400 points, Bitcoin's going to push up. And guys, I keep you updated on Twitter. I entered my trade a little early because I knew that the ring would hold. I was pretty confident that it would. I jumped in a little early. You can see I was down on my trade, $1,485. So if you don't practice risk management, you can lose money. Now, if I would have taken my profit, or if I would have got stopped out, or just said screw it, I'm out of my trade, I would have lost, where I had my stop, I would have lost about $2,500. But guys, I guide you on Twitter and on Discord. I was telling you to pay attention. I said this is the support level that needs to hold. It's holding currently. The Dow was way down. It came up. You can see that we started pushing back up. I was down $1,300. You can see right here I was down $657. And I was telling everybody my stop loss was here. What I was doing is the ring was an indicator for a reversal, right? I said ring is a reversal point. And I was telling everybody in advance, look, this is when you watch for the next move around September 11th, September 12th. What I was saying is, while this is a point for a reversal, catching the wicks is sometimes difficult. That's why I said use the C1 ST chart. This is on the 15-minute. This gave us this is why I said to set your stop loss around 25K. We came down, we hit this point, we pushed back up. And as we pushed up, we held support here. So that's why I had my stop here, because this is our next support level at around 18,696. That held and we pushed up. So I said if my stop got triggered, I would re-enter down here at 18,510. So again, you can use particular charts to get your pinpoint entries, but we know that this is a potential reversal point to push up. So let's go on, guys. So these are different charts just to show you. This is the C1 chart. You can see how this played out. This is what I was talking about. We came down and we found support. That's why I had my stop set below this point, because I knew if we came down, this would be a strong support level. We wick just below it and push back up. That's why I said, you know, a stop around 18,500 would be an ideal point to have a stop loss in case it came down, which it did, but it held support. So currently, you can see what happened. So price pushed up, right? We hit this almost to the tick, right? So that was a point you could have shorted for swing trading. We came down to support. That's what I just showed you in that tweet. That's why that was the next point. So as price pushes up, you can raise your stop loss. So your support level, you know, as price pushed up, we held support, was 18,695. We pushed up from that point. So now price is above this point, right? So now this is support. This is support on the C1 SD chart. So now you can raise your stop loss just below 18,833. Keep raising your stop loss above each, or when previous resistance flips out support, put your stop loss just below that support level. That way you can stay in your trade, but if it comes crashing down, you'll stay in profit. You can see your current resistance right now that we need to get above is 18,976. If we get above that and hold support, then we have more upside. This is a 15-minute swing trading chart. This chart has been dead on accurate. Just showing you how you can play these calls to stay in your trade and find these points to enter and where to set your stop loss. But again, this is swing trading. I'm going to give you some more, not really macro targets, but just show you points to watch. You can see this resistance level. This has been a lot of resistance right here. So if we push up, this is another point to watch. This target's actually in confluence with another chart I gave you, or 19,823. So if we push up, that does look like a likely point to get rejected. This is currently your support level. So we pushed up and found a perfect touch on that point, 18,695. So your current support to watch is around 18,639. Very strong resistance, 19,823. This is another chart. This is A1BG chart. This is the chart. The video I referenced, the tutorial showing you how to get a chart into Bitget. That is, if you import it, this is the chart you'll get. Notice we pushed up, found support, right? So your support level right now is 18,690. A lot of charts are showing that. Your current resistance just above, if you want a chance to scalp short or wait to see we hold above 19,122, that's your next resistance level. You hold above that, your next resistance above is around 19,527. And then you have another resistance. A lot of these are in confluence, guys, 19,837. So again, I'm just showing you how you can use these charts. All these charts are charted different ways. Look for matching targets to know if potentially that will hold as resistance or support. This is the C1 chart. This is the most important resistance level right now. If we get above this and hold support, then I'm pretty sure we have a lot more upside. If we get rejected from this point and start coming down, all right, 18,975 is very key resistance. If that holds as support, your next resistance level to watch. You can see how accurate this has been. And you can see this. I can go further back. Support, resistance, support, 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 support. So we know that is going to be your next resistance level. But your strongest resistance right now, we need to get above and hold above 18,986. Next resistance above is 19,246. And your most critical, look, all of these charts are showing around 19,684. You can see how much resistance this has been. This has been a lot of resistance. So again, when you see confluence across the different charts, you know that is a point to potentially take your profit. So let's look at the M1 chart. Let's see, 19,696. There you go. There's your confluence. And that just happens to be this pattern we just broke down from. This was our support. That is our resistance. That's why all the charts are saying that's the point to put in a short. Or if you hold support above it, you have more upside. So your critical resistance right now is 19,670 to 19,900. All right, that's where you want to watch. If we get above that and hold support, guys, we are bullish up to 21,000. And whenever you make contact with this point, that's where I'm going to heavy ass short. If we do break this ring right here, all right, and we have some more downside, I will keep you guys updated. I will make an emergency video and let you know. But again, this will be a double bottom, all right? But I believe that will be way too obvious. Everybody will be longing it. It will break, and this is the point I'll go in a heavy long. I will share that with you guys. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything on these other charts. So again, 18,986, critical resistance level. Pay attention to that. That's a point I would potentially short. But I'm still in my long right now. I'd love to get above this point and hold support. That means we definitely have more upside. This is the A1 chart, and this guy's just showing you this is another chart in confluence. This has been a lot of resistance. If we push up, Again, another chart, 19,858. It's crazy how all these charts show the same resistance level. But either way, pay attention. This is this on the M1 chart, this blue ring right here. This is going to give us the point for the next move. This is on the daily. So if you want to see this on the 2-hour, the A1 chart it has these blue flip circles on the. This is actually on the 2-hour. So this gives you more up close and personal. So again, if we continue sideways, I don't think we're going to go sideways without pushing up. But if we go sideways, contact will be in 5 days and 6 hours. We would cross again September 13th. And if we push up, we'd make contact. You know, if we're up here around 20,400, we would make contact on September 14th, cross on September 15th. So pay attention to this ring. This will give us our next move, just like you saw here, here. And next time we hit it, guys, same thing. Watch for your big move when you cross this ring, but it depends on when you cross it, when that move will happen. And again, guys, you want to access these charts, the website is autoartcrypto.com. The link we pinned in the first comment description. $49 a month gives you access to the Bitcoin charts, Discord, and Twitter. And if you want to use my Bitget link, it's pinned down in the first comment description. But that's it, guys. Again, pay attention. I think we could have some upside from here. Your most critical resistance to pay attention to right now is 19,676 if we push up. And the point that I'm going to heavy short, if we do push up, because I believe we still have a lot more downside, I will be shorting 21,000. All right, guys, that's it. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.